Hello guys, it is time for our Bible study and we're doing the book of Ruth. And we're going to look at chapters 3 and 4. And the breakdown for chapters 3 and 4 are really kind of very interesting. What we have here is now Naomi is wanting to find, in chapter 3, Naomi is wanting to find a husband for her daughter-in-law Ruth so that she can have a family. So of course, Boaz becomes the proper and closest kinsman redeemer, closest relative that Naomi can find. I keep doing that, right? No matter what, right? Weeks and I'm still doing it. So anyways, so what she does is she tells Ruth what to do. She tells Ruth to go to the threshing floor. Then she tells her to lay down at the feet of Boaz and to cover herself with him. And that it's a very interesting setup that is happening here. I'm not really sure how much culture it is, but it's like me telling my daughter-in-law to go lay at the feet of some other guy and see what happens. It seems like it's a very exposing situation that's happening here, but all of it fulfills purpose because Boaz proves to be this awesome gentleman. He figures out who is laying there and he says, okay, hey, go ahead and lay here. But he does it in a proper and respectful manner. He doesn't take advantage of Ruth, which to me seems to put her in a very vulnerable position. But Boaz is truly a gentleman. So in the end of before that, that Naomi leaves, he gives her he takes her coat, he fills it with barley, he sends her on her way. But he also lets her know there is someone else in line before me. And I'm going to have a conversation and I'm going to find out what's his intent. So what he does in chapter 4 is he sits down with the council of men and he sits down with this person and he says, hey, Naomi is back and she wants to sell her husband's land. And so the guy will agree to buy the land, but he says, but if you buy the land, you also must marry Ruth, and the first child will belong to the family of Naomi and Elimelech. And he chooses not to do that. You guys have to excuse the noise. I am on a cruise. Sorry about that. So he chooses not to buy the land because he doesn't want to marry Ruth and then her firstborn be in that family line. So here we are. Boaz does wind up marrying Ruth. They have a son, Obed, who is then the father he is the father of Jesse, who is the father of King David, which then puts Naomi, Ruth, Boaz in the bloodline of Jesus the Christ. God will work all things out for our good. All we have to do is hold on and trust his process. No matter how questionable it may seem, there's always a plan, because when all things work together for the good of those who love the Lord. You guys have a great day. Thank you for liking and sharing. Bye, guys.